Let me start by saying this is one of the most nettlesome topics I have tackled in this space. The topic is straightforward. Do we enforce the rules as they are written, as they pertain to potential safety risks when those rules clash with the identity trappings that players want to exhibit? One example could be the wearing of beads in certain hairdos. Another could be the wearing of attached ethnic jewelry. Another could be the wearing of face coverings for religious reasons. Obviously, those who write the rules have the safety of players firmly in mind when they meet, discuss, and deliberate the creation and amending of game rules. I very much commend them for their work. These dedicated individuals have made the games more competitive, fair, engaging, and safe, with safety leading the list of requirements. Today, in the current societal and cultural environment, we officials find ourselves at the uncomfortable intersection I described in my first paragraph. We show up to referee a contest. While fulfilling our normal duties, we determine particular hair adornments and coverings do not conform to what the rules permit, and as such present potential safety risks. The easy answer, in quotes, is to strictly invoke the rules, disallow the player, or allow the player once the player conforms to the rules, or suspend the match if the team chooses to stand in support of its player. But that answer has a hard part attending it. The official being adjudged as insensitive, racist, or tone deaf, and then being skewered in all manner of media. Some such incidents have led officials to quit or have had their reputations unfairly damaged. The good news is rules committees are hard at work evaluating current rulebook language as it relates to this topic. In several sports, at the high school level for example, interpretations and advisories have already been issued to help everyone more clearly understand what is now to be permitted. It is essential officials are up to date on these fresh interpretations. Most governing bodies have their guidance on how we should handle such matters. Go and ask them for that. In the meantime, for assignments untouched by these issuances, what should a sensible and dedicated sports official do? Allow me to walk the plank here. We use judgment in many areas of our enforcements. Our experience and common sense are invaluable in considering when and where to invoke this privilege with which we have been entrusted. Because of the cultural sensitivities that now abound, it is incumbent upon us to use what has been entrusted to us to make new judgment calls about whether strict enforcement of a rule regarding self-presentation by a player is the best course of action. For example, should illegal beads in a hairdo lead to a DQ or disqualification, or a suspension of an entire match if the player will not remove the beads? The risk from the beads for the match could be judged by the official as minor compared to the firestorm and accusations of cultural insensitivity that will erupt. Would an approach be for the official to note the infraction, note the minor nature of the potential risk, allow the player to participate, and then, after the match concludes, report that decision to the governing body for its disposition? I personally believe this is prudent. It is also prudent you have a liability insurance policy protecting you for such judgments. Referee and refer, in quotes. I think it a reasonable approach, a middle ground, one to take only in select circumstances. What we should not do is pass on the strict interpretation, then say nothing to the governing body afterward, or say nothing to our assigner, association, or inner circle of other officials. That would be a dereliction of duty. Thank you.